Received the Amazon shipment today. It's Sunday, December the 11th, and I originally ordered this on December 7th, Wednesday, and they said the estimated ship date would be, there's the actual email when I ordered it, and the actual ship date was estimated December 13th, which would have been 2 more days. So I'm very happy with the shipping. Shipping method was standard delivery. Original price was $22.99. Shipping and handling $9.19. A little expensive, but yeah, shipping and mail, everything's going up. So $32.18 for the Vantac NexStar CX NST-300SU-BK 3.5-inch SATA to USB 2.0 and eSATA external hard drive enclosure. This is intended to be used on the FiOS DVR recorder. We'll see how that goes. Now let's get down to the unboxing and take a look at it and putting it together and see if it works. Okay, let's open this puppy up and see what we got inside here. Apologize for this camera. Autofocus, not the best. Have to look around for something better. I thought this was pretty good. Microsoft Light Cam for 79 bucks. I think I paid for it a year and a half ago. I don't know. Well, we get a confirmation of the order. Order December 7th. Okay, don't care about that. There's the product. We'll get the box out of the way. NexStar CX. Aluminum case, eSATA, USB 2.0, plug and play, easy installation, they say. Alright, we're going to find out. Because the drive I'm putting into this is a Seagate Barracuda. Barracuda's been known for pretty quick performance, as it says, high performance desktop PC hard drive. Note it's a 7200 RPM, which the higher RPM the better. This is a 1 terabyte SATA. I'm curious to see how much storage that I'll get out of this. Picked this up at Staples. I forget how much I paid. It was on sale. Okay, let's see. Open the end here. Nice packaging. I like the black with the everything printed nice. Nice font. That's a little small, but that could be bigger. Okay. Packed very, that's a nice styrofoam packing. I like that. There's the case. More packing. There's the USB cable. Looks like no, that's the eSATA cable. Alright. Pretty decent length. Might do the job. Got some screws to hold the hard drive in, I expect. There's a chassis adapter if you want to install this in your PC, which I'm not going to do. Owner's manual. Might need that. We'll save that on the side. We have a USB cable, of course. Another one to throw in the pile. Everything you buy today, you get a USB cable. I got so many USB cables I can't keep up with them. And there's a little stand which I'm going to set this up on. Alright, let's take the chassis out of the packaging. Got a nice sturdy aluminum feel. There's the end with your power switch off on, your power plug, your USB, and your eSATA connection, which I'm going to use, which is the best connection if you're trying to use this for DVR. I don't think you want to use the USB because it would be slower. You're going to get freezes, choppiness, who knows, all kinds of weird stuff. I'm supposing. Anyway, that's the complaints I read. Now I figure out how to open this. Okay, there we go. Back comes off of it. There's electronics. Little circuit board. Does everything. Okay, the drive's going to mount on there real easily, I expect. Let's move on to that. Stop this and start a new video. Okay, here's the hard drive. Made in China. Who would have guessed? This is the Seagate Barracuda 7200 1 terabyte hard drive. Date code 11485. Product of China. Okay, let's move on with this. Take the little screws out of the package. 4 hard drive screws and 2 little tiny black screws to hold the device in the case. Once we get to that. Alright, let's see how this is going to hook up. Just make sure you line up the connector on the plate, mounting plate, to the connector on the hard drive. So it can only go one way. Slide that in. It plugs in very... I'm going to do that once again. Wow, there's not much to that. Doesn't hardly feel like it's plugged in. It just barely shows in, probably maybe a 1/16 of an inch. Not much. Okay, the mounting screws do line up. I'll place 4 of those in here. Get my little tiny screwdriver. Doesn't matter which order. I just snuggled those up. Nice firm turn. A little shaky here this morning, just drinking my Cuban espresso coffee I love. Have a cup every day. Get me started. Every day I see a new story about the benefits of coffee. I can't believe it. I mean, you'd think it would not be good. There'd be some bad things. Okay, that's the 4th screw. That was simple enough. Don't have to worry about any power connections or anything. It's all built in. Now make sure this goes in the correct way. We have a cable in here to plug in. Little cable, I'm assuming from what I've read from comments from other people, this is for the drive activity indicator. Okay, I see where that goes. Goes right there on the corner. Let's see if there's any certain way it goes in. I understand if you don't plug it in the correct way, you won't get the video. Not the video, but the indicator light. Alright, so I assume this has to go this way. And I'm going to take a guess. I can see the contacts to the plug here, so I'm going to just plug it in this way and see what happens. If it doesn't work, I can always take it apart and redo it. Oops. Let's slide it on the case first. It might make it a lot easier. Slides right in. Okay. I'm going to plug that back in. Alright, that wasn't too hard. I'm going to shove the excess cable up there against the drive. Pretty easy. No big deal. Alright. Whoops. Okay, now let's see, how does this get in there snugly? Oh, I think there's a trick to it here. Gotta make sure the cable's not in the way. Just gotta kind of push that down out of the way. There we go. It's not closing all the way, so there is a problem. I'm not sure what's holding it up. Cable looks okay. It's out of the way. That side's closed up good. This side is not so good. If I can get that position under this camera to show you. See, there's a gap there. But on this side it looks good. So we have a problem. Something is in the way. It's not the cable, I don't suspect. I'm going to push that cable out of the way. If you notice, there's a little bit of clearance. You push it underneath the screw hole and out of the way. So that's not hurting anything. It's something, I got a sneaky feeling that this thing is just crooked on this chassis board, because you can move it. It is flexible, but still it should go in the case all the way. I'm not sure why it's not going in all the way. Is it poor design, or is it something I'm doing wrong? It shouldn't be this hard. I'm sure others have had the same problem, and if I'd look on the forums I'd probably figure out what the problem is. Alright, I'm going to take a break and get back, and we'll see if I can find out something. I'll be back. Okay, I found out what the problem was. It was very simple. The reason the case wasn't closing all the way is because the drive was not engaged in the connector all the way. So what I did was I loosened the screws. I had a funny feeling the drive was probably hitting the case and it wasn't properly mounted or something. So I loosened the screws just a slight bit, and I did a little shove. And did you hear that little click? That little click was the connector making contact firmly with the drive. Now I'm going to snug the drive up again, and I think everything will go back together just fine. Whoops, just broke my screwdriver. That's okay. It came with another device. It's junk anyway. Wasn't meant to be used permanently. I have plenty more. Alright, shove this back in again. Be sure and make sure the guides line up on the case, which they do very easily. Going to plug the connector in again. Well, not under the pins, but pins go in the connector. It's a 3-pin connector. There we go. And this wire, shielded wire, has to very carefully make sure it's tucked under there just right, because that printed circuit board hits the corner of it if it's not tucked in there just right. So take a little fooling with. Alright, that's a good snug fit now. Nice sealing there on the edges. We can button it up with the remaining 2 screws and go install this thing on the DVR and see what this puppy will do. Have to give me another screwdriver here. Temporarily this one will work, I think. I'll tighten it up with another screwdriver later. I just want to get it snug. By the way, this is my first unboxing video. I apologize for the length of time. I hope I edited it well enough it doesn't bore you. It's mainly for informational purposes only, to assist you with any problems you might have had trying to do this yourself. Okay, that's about as far as I can get that. That's good too. That'll be fine. Alright. Now we have a 1 terabyte NexStar CX external drive. Let's get the cable out. Verizon says to make sure your devices are powered on. Oh, you know what? Okay. Yeah, there was a power adapter that came with this. I forgot. There's the power adapter. I got looking around wondering where's the power adapter. I never unboxed it. Okay. Anyway, let's plug in this connector. I'm looking to see. I'm not real familiar with this eSATA technology yet. It's kind of a weird connector. It's got the writing on the top, so I'm going to assume it goes that way. Yep, I guess it does. It fits okay. Okay, so then I'll put this on my stand. Nice little cute stand. Nothing fancy. Plastic. Oh, it's got a nice snug fit. It stays in place. I think that's going to be fine. Alright, next up. Check out this power supply. It is a NexStar power supply. What's the rating? The 100 to 200 volts AC, 1 amp. Wow. Output 12 volts at 3 amps max. 36 watt output power. 3 amps max. That's pretty heavy duty. So the input is 100 to 240 volts. Should work on your United States 120 volts supply. 1 amp circuit. It's going to draw 1 amp max, but it shouldn't. Okay, onward to the next step.